Pre-game here, thank you very much, boys. It is going to be Train to kick things off. We just had Train as well. It's always an exciting map. We talk about it being an AWP-centric one, and you've got one of the very best in the business right now. Simple, with more freedom than ever on this particular map to do whatever he likes. Going up against, you'd have to say, it's not a convincing team of the AWP North, but that hasn't been a massive problem for them. It's MSL that's been using it quite a lot of the time as well, picking that up. I'll be interested to see how that particular battle transpires, but North have always been a pretty decent little Train team, but I have to agree with the guys. I feel like Na'Vi did get the better of this veto. The fact we go to Inferno next as well, I believe, so that's quite an interesting prospect and Mirage to close things out. I feel like the 2-0 is coming in there. I think it all comes down to Train. If somehow North can topple them here and have a great start, they have started on the CT side, Vince, so maybe, just maybe, they can do this. You have to remember, they beat Astralis in a best-of-3 years, so they're not looking shabby at all. I guess we're discounting them a little bit too much.
Exactly, but can you put a huge amount of stock in one best-of-3? I mean, of course you can to an extent, but is Lightning going to strike twice? I'm not completely sold. I feel if Na'Vi show up, then North just don't have enough on an individual basis to stand toe-to-toe with them. But look, I've been proven wrong before. MSL with the AWP, maybe he's going to have the best-of-3 of his life, and he's going to completely put Simple in his pocket. Crazy things have happened, although it's very, very unlikely.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, your final quarterfinal of the evening. Let's make some noise. North versus Na'Vi. I promise you this one's going to be special. Molotovs, flashbangs, and 4 sets of armor. No P250s for the Na'Vi side. And we're sending 5 players towards the inside halls. CZ for MSL. He'll be on top of the inside lower ramp Train. Watch out for that. Valda backing him up. This is looking like quite a decent little setup. Edwards towards upper. They have got the Molotov for a post plant or to throw towards connector as they make their way down the lower ramp.
The cool thing about this HE as well is if it connects in the CZ, it's going to be even more prolific.
Oh, wow. It's going to be perfect.
And it's going to land on so many of these players, doing well over 100 damage. And there is the cleanup. Electronic. He's only alive because he didn't push with the rest of them. And he did catch AZ on the flank.
That was more like a nuke than an HE. And I feel like that's a slight counter. They couldn't have been set up more perfectly for that particular play from Na'Vi. They had a CZ by the lower ramp, Valda watching it as well, and Nade primed in that position. It feels like that's a little bit too perfect for me. I thought that they might have watched a demo and had an inkling that's what Na'Vi going to bring to the table. If they have fair play, they couldn't have got it more spot on. Electronic now looking for anything he can. If he gets a plant, I'll be very impressed. If he gets a kill, I also will be.
Excellent start on the side of North. And it did definitely seem like they were set up. They read the script. They were ready to strike. All guns blazing. That nade was just absolute money.
It absolutely was. I think that probably did over, well, maybe close to 300 damage. The amount of bodies it hit. 4 of them clustered up there, right at the lower ramp. Very impactful indeed. Na'Vi will force by, of course, with no bomb going down. We'll see the Deagles and a scout for Simple. Never discount them these sort of rounds. Electronic is incredibly scary at that particular weapon as well. Flashbangs available. Simple's got the scout armor combo as well, just to know. He's been dropped the scout. Shots coming through.
We did see a disgusting wallbang yesterday with the scout in this very position. We know Simple has that in his lockup. Downside of the scout, though, is if North just play this passive and have crossfires established at the back of the site, Simple basically can't do anything. He's going to be very much leaning on the shoulders of his teammates to create some chaos that he can thrive off. So, I mean, North are just playing the perfect counter to this thus far. Still have a molly, a smoke, and a flashbang to their name, and of course the kit in the hands of Nico. Soul flashbang that has now been used. Na'Vi going straight in, up in the face of North, but the MP9 tailor-made for those close-knit confrontations where Kevlar is not present. And now it's down to Simple. Instead, he'd need his teammates to cause some chaos, but it's all gone the way of North. 20 seconds left. Could be lining up the wall bang, realizing they're going to be pushing him. Was that mid-air by AZ with the MP9? That's going to leave a mark.
North couldn't have had a better start in this one so far. Only 1 kill found for Na'Vi. That was caused by Electronic. North get a bit of a gimme here. Vince, they can just be up against the Glocks, maybe a couple of P250s. That's going to be about it. Na'Vi need to recover, though. After the force buy in the second round, they're going to struggle to bring out the AWP in the first unless a bomb is planted here. They've got one smoke, one flashbang. Presumably just going to smoke down the lower ramp, something like that. Try and cause chaos. Good to smoke the outside bomb side as well. Try and get it in there.
Once again, grenades proving to be devastating. On the side of Na'Vi, Flaming Electronic take the brunt of the damage. Easy patiently waiting. Actually had his finger off the keyboard for a second there, was readjusting his headset. Could have got a bit awkward if someone peeked him. Wasn't to be the case. Edward takes a bit of damage too. And North, has to be said, are in excellent condition to take a 3-0. It doesn't look like they're going to lose many players in the process. I can't really see what Na'Vi have up their sleeves here.
Again, just bleed out the utility, make it at least reasonably expensive for the CTs, even if it's not significant. Made them use their smokes, their incendiaries, just like that. You paid out an incendiary at $600. The smoke, there it is, towards connector. They're just going to try and get a plant here. That's the only thing they can really do. Good stuff though. So far, Vowed up. Good connection. Watch out for the bomb. If it goes down, that's a success for Na'Vi. It is going to be attempted right now, but I don't think it will actually be planted. There it is. MSL with 2 frags to deny it. Another clean sweep there from North. They could have a ton of money here, Vince. This is what we'd call a bonus round. They've got 2 MP9s, a FAMAS, and they know they're up against the likes of AKs. I don't think the AWP will come out. I think everyone will be aware of that, considering Na'Vi force bought so heavily on the second. But North now have the option with these SMGs. Do they go for maybe an inside rush with those MP9s or push towards Ivy at the start and try and get a little bit of information? Time will tell, but I'd be wanting to see something a little bit more interesting from them. Maybe go for some main entrance control. We'll see.
Also, only 1 kill so far on Na'Vi in 3 rounds. So that's definitely going to be a contributing factor as to why things have started so well. And AZ going to be landing the touchdown onto Flamey, with Nico lending an assisting hand. And with full AKs in play, the worst possible start to round 4 on the side of Na'Vi, and it is going to be counteracted by Simple. Lands the drive-by headshot before darting back into the sanctuary of the T-spawn. There was a Molotov down, blocking him from aggressing any further.
Valda alone inside now. Bomb still towards the T-spawn area. It's the man himself, Simple, communicating with his teammates as how he wants to operate here towards the main entrance. He needs to be set up someone. They need to drop some sort of smokes here. Yeah, the flashbangs coming through. Looking for his chance to strike. There's the flash. The setup. Can't get the shots just yet, but the spray certainly does. Remember, this is a bonus round from North. If they can win this one, they're set up so well, and AZ's been such an influential piece of the puzzle for North. Very strong play once again from him. 4 kills in the round, Vince. Completely shuts down the efforts of Na'Vi. And they didn't even get close to a bomb site there. They're getting absolutely battered right now. North looking convincing on train.
Just banged out fully. 2 AKs, trade hands to the CTs, bolstering their buy that much more. All these nades. This was the first kill of the round 2. This is what started the CTs off.
You can see North have done their homework here. Just talking about that pistol setup originally, and now knowing the tendencies of players like Flamey who like to sit there, get sound cues, listen as to what's going on. If you look, 3 nades are landing and finding kills, that's going to get in your head. You're going to start thinking, oh, what do they know about us? Is the caller going to start getting worried that they haven't done their homework enough at this point? What's Zeus going through right now? Does he feel like they've been rumbled? Was this the incorrect choice with the vetoes? They'll take a timeout right now, but they can't justify a buy. They'll have to go with Deagles and CZs right now. 3 sets of armor. They've got 1 smoke, couple of flashbangs, 1 HE. Again, best outcome, really, in my opinion, is going to be getting the bomb down, but you never know. It could take some crazy 1-digs, but some aggressive action towards the Ivy area. That nade's going to do a ton of damage again. The utility usage has been pretty remarkable for North, and Kiabi not scared to take these duels even. That's convincing. He could be out of here now, but he wants a bit more.
Shaky aim on point. Did a bit of damage additionally to Flamey, back towards the T-spawn. MSL yet to acquire the AWP. One of the things we talked about on the desk, when they don't necessarily have to have an AWP, it does allow them for more aggressive stances, both on the CT and T sides, leaving Simple now in a 1-on-5. The rest of his teammates have all been dealt with, as will he, and it's another clean sweep. North continue to impress, only 3 kills ascertained by Na'Vi in 5 rounds.
It's not looking good, is it? It is a very slow start, but very early days at the same time. One thing I will say is, though, it's going to be difficult to chip away at the North economy right now. AZ, $11,000. Kiabi, $10,000. Valda, same story. Orb comes out for the first time for Simple, but he has not got a helmet. Shouldn't be a massive issue on training to go for his classic wallbang here. Doesn't actually pull the trigger. So what have they got to work with? We'll have a look as the general setup comes through. Zeus and Edward, as usual, probing for the inside Brown horse control. What was that position? Was he boosted up on something there towards inside?
Didn't quite catch that either.
It looked like he was on the aircon unit, which is... I'm going to look out for that next round. It looked like he had some sort of strange position. Either way. Round 6, and rifles only for North. Remember, they don't really have a superstar AWP in this team. They're relying more on crossfire and teamwork, and you can see how that works with the utility usage, trying to get damage in there and just suffocate their opponents with HE grenades, which are a very important part of the CT game. Electronic, though, he's going to join Zeus towards the upper area. Simple, yet to find anything with the AWP. And they start to posture towards inside. They're going to commit to this lower ramp pick after Simple checks out Connector.
But it is Valda they're going to be up against, and he has been a monster for North. A real linchpin in this team, and he will deliver once more for 2. Bomb goes out in the open, finally will get the trade back. But the call will be imminent that B site is under attack. The bomb gets planted. Nico's already making inroads back onto the site, trying to reclaim it, but there's Simple from Catwalk. They do have a Molotov, but it's actually in the hands of Zeus, not Simple, but it doesn't maybe need to be used after all. Zeus has gone in, taken the head off Nico, leaving Kirby in a 1-on-2. Zeus comes out into the open, didn't have any idea where Kirby was, who's now on 8-0 by the way, but Simple, he has the positional advantage. Kirby does have a defuse kit, but no grenades over the incendiary that's just been tossed down onto the ramp, but Simple round the corner with 28 health. Super aggression will yield the first round for Na'Vi.
Most players would crumble in that situation, but Simple knows if I can just get through these flames and survive that, if he has to kill me, he's not going to have enough time to defuse. Well managed. That could have fallen apart. Great approach from Kiabi to get the incendiary down there. But you see, calm as you like. As soon as he knows he can get the kill, commit to it, even if the flames take him down. Really calm stuff, and that's the first round for Na'Vi. But already one player survived. There's so much reset potential here. They go into this round, sure, with the AKs and the AWP, flaming, no grenades, and MSL actually out-orb Simple. You ever seen anything like it? Takes off his head, and there we have it. That's what the analysts were talking about, saying MSL has actually been pretty convincing with the AWP, and that's a great pick to start with.
It doesn't get much better than that. Simple on the bench, peering over his teammates' shoulders now to see if they can stop this reset from becoming a reality. Electronic is going to be a huge part of that, and it's going to be Flamey that does answer back first, at the cost of 95 health, however. So he's going to have to play it smart and safe. As will Electronic, they back out. As he said though, Henry, a lot rests on this round. This would be almost the perfect start for North if they could break the economy down of Na'Vi.
This would be double eco territory if Na'Vi lose this with no one surviving. 4-on-4 though, technically does favour them. Maybe not so much with Flamey on 5 HP, but he has got the AWP now. He is technically the secondary AWP of this squad. But Nico, he's in a great position here. He's going to get multiple frags. He couldn't have done much better there. Bomb goes down, drops the incendiary. Flamey's done for him, as he'll drop as well. Edward 4 versus 1. Vince, that's round over. He might want to try and get the AWP and survive this one, but I'm not even sure that's possible.
See if he can get his hands on the fallen AWP, but he's now just realized he's a bit too far away.
As soon as Nico got to that position, it just looked too good. He was aware of it as well. The time was ticking away. The information was not available. They had to be probing somewhere. He went to go explore and got a lot more than he bargained for. 3 kills for Nico. MSL opening things up, and he take down Simple at the very start of the round. There's no better storyline than that. You can take him an AWP out of his hands, remove him from the equation. No one's really fragging on the Na'Vi side. Edwards 0-6, Flamey's 1-7. And the other players, Simple's at 4, so he's hardly going ham right now. But Nico, that's absolutely fantastic positioning. The incendiary guaranteed the kill on Flamey as well. And we'll get into round number 8. Edward gets no money for surviving that one, so he's on $50. They'll take a timeout. The rest of the team hovering around the $2,000 mark. So what's the call here? With Edward having no money, if they buy up around him, at least everyone will have the same. If they don't and he goes down, he'll have absolutely nothing for the next round. So either way, they're kind of screwed at this point. And looks like they're going to take the eco from what I can see. We've got 8 seconds until spawn time ends. 1 smoke purchase, that's it. Looks like they're staying on Glocks here. 1 PT-50 purchased by Flamey, so they are going to be the more conservative team here. Have been known in the past to be a little bit overzealous with their purchases, but for now, just allowing Edward to keep his armor and his AK and see if he can open things up for them while they rush inside. They're basically going to be the human shields for him.
That's the plan, the meat shield. But Valda, he has crunched right through that armor that Edward was hoping to pivot off with his AK. Instantly destroying everybody, goes back in and will claim a third, triples up into the round. Moves on a very impressive 11-1 scoreline now. They were discussing on the desk how big a part he would have to play, and so far, he is proving them completely correct. Edward and Zeus have a smoke between the two of them, hoping for a bomb plant, but with Valda being this close to ramp, he is looking to neutralize this. He does not want to give any freebies to Na'Vi. He knows how bad their economy is. This could actually get them a buy a bit earlier on. So if he can hold the line as you expect he will, Na'Vi are in serious trouble right off the bat here on Train.
North just look like they've got every angle covered. Their Train game is really effective right now. It's very technical, it's based around teamwork, not relying on individual stars right now. But Edward's doing a good job. Remember, that's the first couple of frags he's had into this game. He gets a plant as well. This wasn't too bad.
Oh, he will.
That's okay. Oh, the intent would have come a second sooner. That would have denied it. But still, they win the round. 3 players survive. And that might actually give a decent buy for Na'Vi now, considering they're going to get $1,900. And now the extra 800 as well. I think Edward might have saved the day there. It'll still be 7-1, of course. But now they're at least hovering around the $4,000 mark. So they've got a buy there. And Electronic could drop the AWP. I don't think it's necessary, though. Simple can definitely operate with the AK-47. This is what I'm talking about in terms of a technical game. You can see they've got these smokes by design, these little setups, these tricks that are catching Na'Vi out, and they've seemed to have done their homework in terms of knowing the tendencies of Na'Vi and be able to shut them down at the utility before they can even get close to a bomb site. Galil for Edward, 4 AKs around him. Utility is a massive problem still. Simple has nothing.
A flurry of grenades has already been tossed out towards A, but there's not really any commitment behind it other than Electronic. Zeus and Ivy. Flamey still out next to T-Spawn. So Electronics, he's going to have to go it alone for the time being, and Simple, who is making a move through the main, has been put down. In the meanwhile, MSL taking serious damage, will be finished off. It's unlikely it gets too much more done. Very close to finding the head, but Kirby has been put down a peg. Na'Vi are actually in a position right now where they could take this round.
This is absolute chaos, Vince. They're shooting each other in the head, but still 4-on-2. Na'Vi fighting back, and now it's Valda, who's certainly capable of winning these sort of rounds. The bomb has been collected in T-Spawn, and Flamey's booking it towards the inside area, and Valda is nowhere to be seen. He's going to have to push Ivy now. Almost no chance of winning the round considering his position, but still scary times there for Na'Vi. It felt it was so back and forth, but they take the lion's share of the kills there. Electronic taking down MSL after he found the opening pick. So AWP of the in-game leader could have fallen back, went for the second challenge and was punished for it. And now Valda trying to do what he can here. Edwards will take him down in the end towards that main entrance, and we'll go 7-2. Na'Vi do manage to keep 3 players alive in that particular situation. Finally getting to the point where they can have a conversation about breaking the money of North, and that's exactly what they need. Still can come back and win this half. Never too late, although it was a rough start. AWP comes out again for MSL. Currently sits on 5 kills, 4 deaths. At the top, though, it's Valda, who's got 13.
Excellent start. As you say, Na'Vi aren't too far away from breaking the economy and getting themselves right back in this. Valda is going to go very aggressive, different angle. Not perched on the ramp this time. Using that smoke for a bit of cover. Flashback out, and once again, the utility is pristine. Yeah. The usage is spot on.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. They've just got these little sequences, this teamwork. A lot of teams will just send one player up there and try and just get a pick through the smoke, but if you've got flashbangs to your teammates, timings to perfection, you can guarantee frags and even an exit strategy as well. As he picks up that first kill, sabotages the efforts to Edward. Everyone knows Edward likes to hold that area on the B floor. He likes to push back CTs and try and find the challenge, and if you know how he does it, you can time it well and shut him down, and that's exactly what happened there.
Valda actually watching Ivy. They lost a bit of control here.
They've left inside completely open now.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that about?
Maybe just an overzealous call to rotate onto A, but in doing so, they have given up B in its entirety. Not able to do any damage on the cross. The bomb will be going down momentarily. There we have it by Flamey. Simple in the meanwhile, 2 beautiful shots, partially through the smoke. May have just done enough to take this round and make it Na'Vi's. After a pretty over-the-top rotation, Simple's gone in for yet another one. A 3K will find Kirby in a 1-on-3, and I'm still scratching my head there, Henry.
I'm baffled. I can see the rationale behind it. He feels like he's pushed inside, and it's such a clear message that we've got manpower here, we've got flashbangs coming in and a first frag. But it definitely is an overzealous call, and one that's not required. When you have a man advantage, sure, rotate one player towards outside, but don't have a completely open B side. This doesn't really have any logic behind it. If they do go inside, regardless whether you think it will happen or not, they have so much time to get the bomb down in position. When you rotate in, you're looking down the barrel of Simple's AWP, and that is nowhere you want to be, let me tell you. Look at this.
So sick. Very quick reaction speed, and there's the third. We didn't quite catch that in play, and there we go. Simple finishes off with a 4K. But yeah, especially considering that North got the first pick, they had the advantage, a 5v4, and then they just put everyone off the side. But they've got to dust themselves off, because here come Na'Vi again. MSL with his CZ. He's going to lay him down. And Na'Vi don't have much behind this. In a similar setup, just a few rounds prior, Electronic basically did it all alone. Now they can get their hands on that fallen AK. MSL will be the man to do just that. With the smoke down, he's actually decided to push a bit more into the T-main area. He's gonna get rewarded for his hyper-aggression. And Simple can't afford to push with his AWP. For all he knows, there's 2 players there, not far off on the wall bang. But another exquisite start by North. A 5-on-3. And this time, there's gonna be no over-rotation. They're keeping 2 players, with Valda joined by Nico on the B site.
Great opening picks from MSL. That CZ AK combo just when they needed it. Impressive in this tournament. And for now, Na'Vi trying to recover, but MSL just relentless in his aggression. Good flashbang as well, but actually catches himself. Doesn't seem to be an issue though. Vince still finding heads. This guy is playing out of his mind around number 11. Surely there's nothing left. He's above Simple right now, but that's got to be enough. He will be taken down in the end, but Simple's still alive. Anything can happen.
Shortcut, 18 seconds is nothing for him, but his life is forfeit. Kirby puts an end to it. Edward has to piece out of there. This is going to save the AWP, so it's a decent takeout, but that is going to be North. 8-3 in the lead. And once again, Na'Vi, their winning streak comes to an abrupt end. Only 2 rounds in a row this time.
7-3. Their money is okay. With Edward saving the AWP especially, they're almost certainly going to buy around this. Won't be ideal. There'll be certainly some compromises, but here it is. It's the opening few sequences from MSL. Get that kill with the CZ. Move forward. Unpredictable position against Flamey there. This was the kill that secured the round, in my opinion. Na'Vi starting to panic and committing one by one certain choke points, and the buy comes in. You can see 3 AKs, a CZ for Zeus, and an AWP for Simple. So looking pretty decent actually, but what's the play? Looks like a default coming in with Simple and Electronic focusing towards the position, pre-firing the server. But actually Zeus with the bomb. He's looking to go inside here, so this could be a ruse of Electronic and Simple aim to go to the backtracks, maybe go towards CT spawn. That's an old school strategy, but one that's maybe underused these days. Can be a lot of fun.
Electronic and Simple once again going to try their hand over on Ivy. Kirby patiently laid in wait. Still have 3 smokes to use on their belts. Zeus has nothing left, just a flash for Flamey and a bit of chip damage done to him. Valda laning up the potential Molotov. The idea here, of course, is if Na'Vi can execute and maybe get a kill, then the wrap around the flank from Simple and Electronic will be incredibly potent and powerful, but Kirby has taken half of that away with their headshot onto Electronic. Going to alleviate a lot of the pressure, may actually make Na'Vi feel like they have to go for the B hit now. There's nowhere near as much presence on the A side any longer, unless Simple could come out and get entries. We've already seen he's top of the board when it comes to entries at the Masters, but it's going to be Nico that gets the better of him. 25 seconds left. MSL with a spray. They're probably not going to expect Velda to be down here. Additionally, and now the teammates are coming in. Hell of a shot by Zeus, but he's all alone. He still has to cross to the site, and he won't get a chance to do so.
This is looking very good for North. They've negated the force buy of Na'Vi. Didn't really have to break a sweat either. Get the opening kill, funnel them towards inside. And that's what MSL, once again, great positioning. He really is playing a smart game. On top of that bomb site, it's a really awkward angle to pre-fire and even justify checking as you come out the upper ramp. He manages to get up there, takes them down, sets Valder up perfectly, and Zeus clambering for a weapon there, didn't get it. 9-3, and it's another eco here, double digits. In a very quick half, Valder, same smoke, using the gap. Looking for players like Edward jumping across, spots one. No damage inflicted, but it's another message that you're not crossing over anytime soon.
Na'Vi do a good job of minding the gap, though. They're not going to push behind it. Not going to give Valda any more kills. He's already on 15 for this half. On track to maybe even hit 20. Don't know if he'll get a chance to pad his stats in this eco, because it doesn't seem Na'Vi are going to try him out. Making a move in the bathrooms. No grenades to their names. Just 3 P250s, minimal investment. And Zeus is going to start to make a move. Maybe going to try and bait out some over-rotation towards the B side. If he peeks again, MSL may have him, but MSL is starting to make a move himself. Already one Molotov put onto ramp, flashbang behind it. They seem to think this is going to be a B hit for the time being. But the bomb is in Ivy, so that's not going to be the case. Simple has to go out. So this is where they really want to try and bait out one or two of those plays towards Connector. And they're going to get pretty much nothing done. Simple, last player in, last player to fall. Solid hold by North.
Can't really poke many holes in the North defense right now. You can see why they've been considered one of the better teams in this tournament so far. Not usually in the conversation to make it much further than maybe a quarterfinal. They'll sneak it past there, but right now they could go much further than this. This is looking excellent. Great teamwork, good individual prowess as well. Really enjoying what they're bringing to the table. It's a great team effort. As we get into the next round, no AWPs available once again, but that hasn't stopped Na'Vi before. Looks like a faster approach with the smokes towards outside. Zeus is barreling down towards Hell, but Nico's there and will best him.
Wasn't far off the second either. Kirby, close range. Good for one, not quite a second. Flamey will just about get the upper hand, but Nico continues to lay down his dominance on the A side of the map. Electronic is going to try and bring this back into the realms of possibility. Gets 2 entries. Headshots delivered first class, but Valda's now going to use the smoke to his advantage. Typically playing on the B side. Very quick rotation.
Well, at that point, Electronic just found 2 kills in that exact position, so of course Flamey is going to assume that's clear. Valda has timed it to perfection along the backtracks, and he knows he can push that smoke without a care in the world. Looking at this, it's just perfect. Great job by Electronic, but if the only way they're going to win rounds is by individual moments of greatness like that, where he gets a quick sequence of 3 kills in a row, it's just not sustainable. And we go to the last round here with Galil's, UMPs, and North have absolutely destroyed Na'Vi in this first half.
They may get baited out thinking that this Molotov was enough to block the dumpster push, but Kirby's able to get in there. Bit of a whiffed nade, not going to do anything. Smoke, though, will block off the vision, and they're not too sure. Is he came back out again, or is he pieced out of that? It is the former rather than the latter. This does afford North a lot of information now. Once that smoke clears, especially with the second player of Nico going in to help Kirby out, they can peer down alley. I think they just saw a player, just a glimpse of him. A pixel that's completely baited Electronic, who bites down hard.
Have you seen how many little stunts they've got here? Just to bait people into positions they're not aware they're completely done for. It's great to watch. So there we go, 5 on 4 now. Na'Vi desperately need this round. They have not got a buffer going to the CT side at 12-3. They lose the pistol, that could be it. Smokes out towards outside, flash as well. Zeus going to be following it in. No one there to receive, but he has to go through the grey screen now. Nico waiting on the green train, and Flame is going to get a frag, but is there anything left in the Na'Vi machine to make this their round? It looks like they might miss the Mac 10 to deliver.
It seems that tank is running a bit empty though, especially as Valda has found himself once again another gap to exploit. 15 seconds left. It is the UMP in the hands of Simple. He's done crazier things. Gonna get the first, 8 seconds, also has the bomb. Gonna have a quick peek just to make sure he's not gonna get bested from the side. 3 seconds left and so close, yet so far, Valda 21 frags.
Stunner, it's just warming up here. How are you getting on?
What's your name? You know, Henry, I'm doing quite well. In fact, there's quite a bit of celebratory stuff going on around here because it looks like North is in the driver's seat. I'm here with Rasmus. Rasmus, what's going on, man?
Well, this is amazing. So I'm from Denmark, so I'm cheering for North.
Reasonable, I guess. What do you think that Na'Vi needs to do to get back in this really quickly?
I don't think there's anything they can do at this point.
I don't know if it's that simple, but, however, I do think there are some Na'Vi fans in attendance, but overwhelmingly got to be a little bit of North around here. Take us back in the game, guys. Vince, what do you think about Henry G?
I think he is an incredibly handsome man.
Well, at least you're honest. I'll give you that.
Very much.
Well, there we go. It's going to be 12-3. I do agree with the chap down there, Rasmus, thinking very much. I'm not sure there is much Na'Vi can do. North has looked too prepared on train. That's what I've taken home. I haven't actually caught them on train recently. This is one of the best looking CT sides I've seen in a while. So technical is what I thought. So many little nifty little setups that are yielding them frags every single time. Great utility usage. It seems to be a calling card of the Danish team right now. But either way, Na'Vi need this right now. 5 sets of armor, no kits, no nades. As North will be going towards the inside. They got that Molotov for either connector or post plant. And AZ's taking Jules at the start. Electronics is shoved back off the upper ramp. So they're not going to fall back and think, well, we've been spotted now. They're going to commit. And there are 3 Na'Vi players waiting towards that inside area. This is going to be an all-out brawl, Vince.
2 flashes, it's going to get messy, you have to think, Henry, plus the Molotov. There's the first. Second hasn't quite been tossed out just yet, allowing Zeus to tee up some frags. Electronic's going to help him out, but AZ with 2. MSL coming up huge with one of his own. That should yield a bomb plant and probably the round. And Simple is so frustrated. He wanted to get in there, chomping at the bit, but AZ is going to come in with a massive 4K with his P250.
Really impressive stuff. North, even having 3 players there, didn't back down, didn't surrender, kept pushing through those P250s. AZ's been one of the standout players of the tournament, manages to just get it done once again. And this is why we're seeing the P250 come into full effect recently in pistol rounds. It's got great range, you can go toe-to-toe with the USP, costs $300. You can still buy a smoke with the P250, even a flashbang as well. It's a great weapon to bring into the pistol, and that's why we're seeing more and more of that, just so you can go and justify those long-range duels. 13-3, has to be the force buy here, but the man himself, Simple, is dealt with straight away by the in-game leader.
Yeah, plus the USPs are typically going to aim for the head, so you're not really losing much in the absorption that the armor would give you. So it's definitely a sick pickup, and AZ really rolling with it. And with that second pistol, North now already have a foot over the finish line of this first map. Na'Vi are in serious trouble. Next up, I believe it's Inferno. Could be a real interesting affair, but Flamey has a chance to maybe give them a lifeline with his Desert Eagle. Rattling off a couple of shots, but he does get baited out very well. Trying to play up on catwalk, AZ continuing to just bulldoze over Na'Vi. It's a demolition derby. And now Electronic with his CZ. I mean, may as well just hold on to this.
CZ, no armor. Yeah, I guess so. It'd be some small memento of what was. But either way, Electronic now holding towards T-Spawn. Currently on 7 kills, 15 deaths. Not really living up to that superstar moniker he's been given this year. Simple, 10 kills. No one really going above and beyond. But this feels like this map is done. They can't buy the finish round. This is for map point, and they have to technically full eco, but they obviously can't. They're going to have to force buy again. You cannot allow North to get 15-3 and then have a buy. It's just not feasible.
Some very happy Danes at the front of the audience there. understandably. I'm going to hold my hands up. I didn't think that they had much of a chance, and I definitely didn't think it would be this one-sided.
I absolutely agree. But colour me impressed. This has been very, very good to watch. And I've never been hugely impressed with North. But those grenades aren't bad. Look at the damage inflicted. There's kills coming in. Electronic still fighting back here. We might not be done just yet. It's up to one player waiting by the E-box. That's still going to be Electronic. 3 versus 3 as Zeus pushed inside, but Electronic will be dealt with eventually. Flamey at the back of Old Bomb. And Zeus has managed to make his way towards T-Spawn, but he's got the shotgun and the USP combo. There's a low HP player coming for him. He's going to get this kill, certainly. That's Kiabi going down.
I really like that play, deciding to make a move in amongst all the chaos of the grenades landing all around, giving shell shock to teammate. But AZ, the man on fire at this point, 18-6, is healthy and could still turn this back in favor of North. Flamey has to wait until that Molotov has cleared. Valda's going to use this opportunity to put himself in heaven. I really like that, especially with 10 health.
Yeah, that's really nice from Valda. Now AZ, all he has to do is just toy with them as much as he can. Doesn't need frags, just needs to make this frustrating for them. Buy Valda as much time as he can. And this is where it comes to. Oh my goodness, AZ is just so sick at the moment. They can't be touched, Vince.
This is the AZ that people expected originally, and then he went completely off the boil.
The 2015 Dignitas AZ
Yes.
that everyone was hyping up and saying he was like the hottest property in CSGO at that time. Everyone wanted him. Then as soon as he got into the spotlight, he wasn't bad, but he just didn't live up to the expectations. But this is what we are looking for. That crisp aim, the aggressive play style, no fear, and getting it done every single time. That's what we've been looking for from him. It has to be the force by map points. At this point, this is a formality, I would say, until North closes one out.
This feels like it could be the missing piece of the puzzle that North have been looking for. A player that can stand toe-to-toe with Valda and help him out across finish lines. MSL is there for the AK frag. And Na'Vi, are they going to go out with a whimper? Are they going to go out with a fight? Edward seemingly trying to steer it towards the latter, but Valda is taking away lives.
Yeah, oh my god, he's in great position. AZ as well is all the way towards inside. There's no way Na'Vi can hold on to this one. They're absolutely done for. And this is just a matter of time before he comes and finishes things off. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for an excellent performance there from North. Really ran away with it. Valda 24 frags, AZ 21, the tag team combo from hell. And Na'Vi just had no response for that whatsoever, Vince. They didn't get going at all in that first map. And that was picked by Na'Vi. That was their pick. And we move on to Inferno next. And Na'Vi have said in interviews recently, they've been struggling on that map.
I think Zeus's expression said it all. Head in hands, looked absolutely distraught.
Well, there it is, Train. No one expected North to be able to replicate their form from the first day when they took down Astralis and looked so good. But they've managed to maybe look even better there. Really enjoyed what they brought to the table. Great synergy, and they are a team that's going to be difficult to topple going forward. But we did see very similar results, remember, in the previous series as well. FaZe winning out 16-1, then falling apart in the second map. It's difficult to maintain that level consistently as a series develops. So we'll hold our breath and we'll see if Na'Vi can pick themselves up. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back after this break.